Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for meeting with me today. My name is Brianna Shelby, and I work for the Shepherdsville, Kentucky Department of Family and Children.
Okay.
How do you pronounce your name?
Hannah.
Hannah. Okay. And what's your last name?
Richard.
Hannah Richard. Okay, that's a beautiful name, Hannah.
Thank you.
So basically, like I said, my name's Brianna Shelby. I work for Shepherdsville Family Department of Children and Family. And our policy here is we're here to help people. We're here to lift them up. We're here to bring them confidence, to empower them, okay? We're not here to tear you down or to judge you. That's not part of our policy. Basically, our privacy here is very confidential. Anything we talk about, you can feel safe and comfortable. It's not going to leave this room. But if it was life-threatening, of course, I would need to tell somebody, okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, great. Well, let's get started. Do you know why we're meeting today?
Yeah.
Okay, well, can you tell me about that? What's going on?
Yeah, my children got taken away because the guy I was dating at the time was pretty abusive. He was an alcoholic, and when he would get drunk, he'd have like these blackouts of rage and stuff. And I just, I was kind of afraid of him, so I didn't really stand up for my kids like I should.
Right. I mean, I could see that. So, tell me more about him. How long have you been dating?
About a year or two.
Okay. And you said he was an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Okay. So would he beat on the children once he got intoxicated?
Yeah.
Okay. And how did that make you feel?
Pretty scared. That's why I didn't usually say anything. I would just try to stand out of his way.
Right. So where's he at now that the children have been removed?
We broke up. I've
Okay.
kicked him out, so he's no longer in the picture.
Okay. And has he tried to contact you?
No.
Okay, good. So are you sad that you've broken up, or was this something you've been wanting to do for a while?
I mean, it was something I wanted to do. I just didn't know how. And like I said, I was kind of afraid of him too. But, once my kids got taken away, I knew that that's when it was time to do something about it.
Okay. And how are you handling the emotions or the stress from your children being taken away?
It's been pretty rough.
It's been rough.
Yeah.
Okay. And like I said, anything we talk about here today is confidential.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about me telling anybody, and I'm not here to judge you. That's not my job, okay? Have you ever attempted to get rid of him before? Or I know you said that you were scared of him, so was it just kind of something you were waiting for something big to happen? Or had you attempted to stop him or get rid of him or control him before?
Yeah, I mean, I had tried to get him to stop drinking and stuff before, but I don't know, he just didn't want to listen. And and when he wasn't drunk, I mean, he was a good guy, so, I was trying to make things work, but...
Right. But you love your children more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here to help you get your children back. And I know you love your children, and I can tell that just by talking to you. And the court has ordered some things that you must do and obey with before your children are allowed to come back. So basically, I'm here, and I'm on your side to help you get these babies back, okay? Would you allow me to help you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you'd be okay if I give you some goals or obstacles? Do you think you'd be okay with completing them?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever it takes.
Sure. Thank you, Hannah. And would you mind signing some consent forms just of privacy that allows me to work with you openly?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. Well, some of the court orders that I was going to talk to you about today, Hannah, is the court ordered for you to have some therapy. Basically, it's nothing bad, just some counseling because you've been through some hurt. And I know you said that when your boyfriend would get drunk or intoxicated that he would beat on your children. Did he ever try to attempt to hit you?
Sometimes, yeah, but usually it was more the kids.
Okay, more the kids. And what would you do? Would you try to ignore it or look away, or what would you do in those situations?
Sometimes I would try and stop him, but then once he got in his blackouts, I mean, there was really nothing you could do. So just try and stand out of the way and hope you didn't get hurt.
Right. Okay, so the court would definitely like you to have some therapy to kind of help you get through this stage and, the effects that this has had on you. But also there are concerns of nutrition for your children.
Okay.
Your children have been going to school complaining of hunger. Do you know anything about this?
No, I mean, unless he was responsible for watching them a lot while I was at work. So
Okay.
there's a good chance, I guess, if he was just getting drunk and stuff, that maybe he wasn't feeding them.
Right. So I would basically like to go over some plans of nutrition with you.
Okay.
And if money is an issue, I know you're a single mom and your place of employment may not provide that much money, but there are some local places here within the community that you can reach out to. There's some food banks and some food shelters and community centers that actually, I think it's the first of every month, the first Friday in every month, they hand out bags of groceries.
Oh.
And I would love to be able to go over some nutritional facts for you and your children that
Sure.
kind of help to make sure that they're nourished.
Yeah.
Basically, off that court order. Another thing that the court ordered was a place of employment. They want to see that you can hold a job and that you can work there for a while. So tell me about where you're working.
Well, right now I'm just working up at Walmart. So I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's something. So I've been there for a few months now.
Okay. And would you have a manager's name and number that you would feel comfortable with me kind of talking to?
Sure.
Okay, great. I can get that information from you later on.
Okay.
Okay. Tell me about, with you getting your children back and now that your boyfriend's gone, I know it can be hard being a single mother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any support within your family?
Yeah, I do. My parents are pretty supportive, so I can reach out to them for any kind of help. They're always there, so.
Okay, what did they think about your boyfriend? Did they ever meet him?
Yeah, they weren't a big fan, but see, most of the time when they saw him too, he was sober. And when he was sober, he was a pretty good guy, so.
Okay.
I mean, they liked him when they first met him, but then, of course, when they found out about his drinking issue, then, they wanted me to get away.
And do they know that your children have been removed from the home?
Yeah.
And how do they feel?
They're pretty disappointed. They want them back just as much as I do.
Okay. Would they be able to step in and help if you needed it?
Yeah, I think so.
You would feel comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So besides your family, is there any other support systems you have within the community or that you would like to develop within the community?
None that I really have, but I'm open to reaching out and if there's options out there for me.
Okay. Well, I can give you some names of some free daycares, after-school programs that will work with your children, do arts and crafts, teach them some things. If you had to work over and your parents couldn't babysit your children, they would watch your kids until you got off work.
Okay.
Even some youth groups that your children could get involved in to make friends and that you could meet other single mothers and kind of build a support system within the community to where you didn't feel like you were alone, okay?
Oh, that'd be great.
Also, I was going to, back to the nutrition part for the court order, have you ever thought about applying for food stamps or getting on the welfare programs?
I just don't know a whole lot about that. I'm
Okay.
open to it, but I don't really know what resources are out there.
Okay. A lot of people, they think, welfare, it's bad name and they're embarrassed, but it's put in place to help you get on your feet.
Okay.
And as a single mother, I think it would be some great options for us to look into.
Okay.
So talk to me about your 1-year goals. And I know when I say that, people get kind of scared because the only goal you have right now is getting your children back.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure that once your children get back, you also have some more goals that you're able to achieve. So what would you like to see yourself doing within 1 year?
I don't know, maybe going back to school.
Okay.
That way I could get a better job and support my children better.
Okay. What would you like to go back to school for?
Possibly nursing.
Nursing?
Yeah, it was something I wanted to pursue when I was younger, and it just didn't work out.
Okay. Well, with you being a single mother and in your condition, there are some scholarships and programs and grants that you can apply for that will help you pay for your schooling.
Oh, that's
So I would love to be able to get you started in those programs and
Sure.
help you sign up. Okay, Hannah?
Yeah.
All right, great. What other 1-year goal would you like to set?
I guess other than going back to school and just making sure my kids are taken care of, and I can't really think of anything else. That's really kind of the priority.
What about goals for your children with their schooling and things like that?
Well, I would definitely like them to, be able to get involved at school, maybe sports or something.
Okay,
That way they can make some new friends and have their own support system.
okay, that's good. Another goal also maybe with their studying time.
Yeah.
Maybe get a job to where you can be involved at night with them and fixing their dinner, a nutritional meal, and studying with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Those sound great, and those sound that they're achievable.
Yeah.
And sometimes when we think about goals, we just wonder if we can even achieve them or even get to that level to reach the goal. But I think, Hannah, if you set some 1-year goals and you've reached those, then it would inspire you to reach your 5-year goals.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings me to my next topic. What about 5-year goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, if I get to go back to school, then definitely in 5 years, I'm hoping that I would be graduated and working as a nurse. And you mentioned, being able to be with my kids at night. So maybe trying to find like a doctor's office job, something that wouldn't require me to work a lot of crazy hours, and I could be home with my kids.
Okay. And within the community here, they run job fairs all the time.
Oh, okay.
That you could go to and actually talk to people that are hiring and look for a job and apply for a job right there at the job fair within this community.
Oh, that's awesome.
Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. What about your housing? What's your housing situation like right now? Do you rent? Do you have an apartment?
Just an apartment right now.
You have an apartment right now? Okay. And how do you feel about it?
I would eventually like to get a home for my kids, but of course working at Walmart doesn't really, accommodate for getting a house yet. So I'd have to wait until I can get a better job and afford a house.
Okay. And Hannah, how many bedrooms does your apartment have?
2.
2 bedrooms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And tell me about your children for a second. How old are they?
They are 4 and 2.
4 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Are they boys or girls?
Both boys.
Both boys.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. 4 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet they cause a lot of destruction around the house, right?
Yeah. At times.
And what's your work hours like now?
Working at Walmart, it really depends. I normally work like day second shift hours, going in maybe around 11, getting off at 7, 8 o'clock.
Okay. So with your boyfriend gone, do you think your mother or your father would be able to help watch the kids after school? And the little one, I know he's not in school yet.
Possibly,
but,
yeah.
Okay, awesome, great. So you have a 4 and a 2-year-old, and we talked about 1-year goals, about you getting into nursing school, and 5-year goals, becoming a nurse and working near the house so you can spend more time with your children and actually buying a house one day. So do these goals sound reasonable to you?
I think so, yeah. If, especially with the help in the community that you mentioned, I think it's something I could do.
Yeah, I believe in you. I believe that you could do this if you set your mind to it. You seem like a strong woman, and look how much you've already overcome in the past. And the therapy sessions I mentioned, they will also help you to clear out your mind and really be able to focus and set your mind on the things you want to reach for. Okay. So the therapist could also work as another support system within the community that would support you and help you through these processes, okay?
Okay.
Well, I thank you so much for your time today. Do you have any other questions?
I don't think so. You've really answered everything.
Okay. Well, I'll make sure that I get this information from the community to you. Okay. And maybe the next time we meet, we'll set some goals today. And the next time we meet, we'll see where you're at in the progress with these goals. Okay. And how you're feeling. And also, within these goals, there could be barriers that could arise. And a barrier is something that stands in the way or blocks you or causes you a setback from reaching your goal. So just keep in mind and don't get discouraged that if a barrier does happen to come up out of nowhere, that we can always work around it, or we can work to get it out of the picture to where you can reach your goal. Okay? Well, thank you so much. It's nice talking with you today.
You too.
Awesome.